So living in the present moment is good. Not living in the past, not past memories, not about future. What there are situations in life where we meet people who are toxic, people who can hurt. Okay. How do I deal with the situation? Then also I have my past conditioning, my upbringing, my society upbringing, which has given me conditions. Right? First of all, you have to remember that toxic people outside is not a problem. You have to handle moment to moment. But toxic in your mind is problem, which is much bigger problem. Toxic people outside you meet once in a while. Toxic in your mind, it kills you throughout your life. So the spiritual journey is to get out of the toxin in your mind, which is past impressions and future projections, which cause restlessness and stress in your life. Toxicity in the mind is what you have to get rid of, not the people outside. People outside are not toxic. It's actually our mind which projects superimpose on the people. So entire thing is a superimposition by the mind. For example, if I see the world as red, I have to remember the world is not red. It is my glasses are red. So toxicity in the mind I have to remove, not the people outside. People you have to deal as people in the present moment spontaneously. We forget we are people. We become automation machines based on programs which are in our memory. We don't act, we react. We have to respond to the situation, present moment, moment to moment. We have to start living as human being, not as machines. And also past conditioning you said. Definitely all of us go through past conditioning. It's from parents, childhood, the schools, the friends, all conditioning we have to go through. What do you think is spiritual journey is about? These conditionings are called habit patterns or samskaras and impressions, vasanas. To come out of samskara and vasana is the spiritual journey. So if you're on the spiritual journey, you start getting rid of samskara and vasana and you start handling life as it is in the present moment, moment to moment. That's what is called enlightenment. I'll tell you the story of Krishna. Sri Krishna, from the birth, he had always threat on life. Everywhere, the demons, asuras were trying to attack Krishna. Even as a child, Krishna handled asuras very simply. When Krishna goes to Kamsa's palace, there are two terrible asuras were there. Mushtikasura, Chanura. Mushtikasura means his fist, with the fist, his boxing fist, he can kill anybody. They are world champions. They are champions of the country. Mallayuddha Visharadha, somebody who fights and he is champion. Two very hefty fellows, like sumo wrestlers, were waiting for Krishna and Balrama to crush them. Now, Krishna has heard of them. Krishna is not at all afraid of them. Because hearing about somebody brings impressions and present moment we get paralyzed. Present moment reality we lose. Krishna sees Mushtikasura and Chanura and they are very hefty, they are very proud of their ability. They rush towards Krishna. Krishna just steps aside and using their own force just pushes them. They fall. So Krishna is living in the present moment. Mushtikasura, Chanura, Mallayuddha, they are living in their glory. They don't understand they cannot defeat a child who is living in the present moment. If you become a childlike situation, childlike in the present moment, life will flow. Right now, life is stagnating because we live in the past memory or projection of future. The Krishna's technique is similar to what we call as jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is a self-defense art where you never fight the opponent straight away. You look at the present moment, see the opponent's weak point, just step aside. The opponent falls by himself. I'm not speaking of life as a war. Life is a flow. Life is never stagnant. So, but why are we stagnating? Why are we stagnating in the past memory or future projections? Live in the present moment and become free. Don't worry about toxic people. Focus on toxin in your mind. The toxin in your mind is called vasana and samskara. The moment your mind becomes pure, life becomes simple. Even toxic people lose their toxicity. That's what happens when Angulimala meets Buddha. Angulimala was a terrorist. The moment he meets Buddha, Buddha's mind is full of free from toxins. Angulimala becomes transformed into an enlightened being. So question is, are you getting influenced by the external circumstance or are you able to influence the external circumstance? You are able to influence the external circumstances when there's no toxicity in your mind. It so happened, I had to meet 7 gundas, ruffians, who are on the verge of attacking me. I was so calm and peaceful. Those people get transformed. If I had get even agitated, probably they would have hit me. They would have broken my leg or something. I was very calm enough to transform 7 hardcore gundas. That was in my couple of many years back. So the question is, are you getting influenced by the external circumstances? Or are you able to bring positivity, energy and enthusiasm in the external circumstances? That's possible when your toxicity in your mind, called kama, krodha, mada, vatsara, moha, lobha, vasana, samskara, you drop. Moment to moment you start living in the present moment. That's called enlightenment. The work is on yourself, and others are nothing but projections on the mind. So, others are projections on the mind since you have to understand Ishvara Srishti and Jiva Srishti. All bodies and objects in the universe are Ishvara Srishti, cosmic creation. But what is superimposed on them is your creation. So, come out of your creation. The creation of Ishvara is Ishvara, universal consciousness, is beautiful. Present moment reality. Moment to moment, live in the present moment like a child. Become free from toxins in your mind. That's your spiritual journey. You don't have to reform the world. So Mahatma Gandhi says, be the change what you want to bring in the world. So actually, we superimpose what is in our mind on the others. But the moment you change, others also will change. Because mind is just superimposing. Mind is like your red glasses. Once I wear red glasses, the world appears red, 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 red. Okay? Change your red glasses into clean glasses. The world changes. Instead of that, we are trying to remove the painting on the outer world. Remove the red colors of the outer world. Change your glasses, world will change for you. So there's another saying, another story. There was a king who wanted, once he was going in the forest, a thorn stuck in his feet. So king was so angry. A thorn stuck in the feet of a king. So he said, the entire city has to be red carpeted. Not a single thorn has to be there. And to carpet the entire city, a lot of money is required. Carpeting the entire city, red carpet. So the minister thinks of plan and comes to the king. Sir, there is a simpler plan. Instead of red carpeting the entire city, why don't you wear a shoe? The thorn will not hurt you, right? So what we are doing, we are not wearing a shoe of Atma Dana. The Atma Dana, who am I? What am I? Where am I? Atma Vichara. That is the protection. That is the shoe. So instead of wearing that shoe, we want the world to change. We want to red carpet the entire world. This is actually sheer stupidity. Change yourself. The world will change. So there is another story. A lady is walking. After office work, she is walking in the Kappan Park. A hefty fellow is chasing her. She gets scared. She starts running. Then finally she collapses. The hefty fellow comes near her. Then she says very weakly, what are you going to do to me? The hefty fellow says, my lady, you have to tell me because I am your dream character. You are dreaming now. Actually, what we are seeing, our dream is creating reality for us. Can we create a conscious reality? Definitely we can create a conscious reality. Conscious reality, creating reality is called Jiva Srishti. Using our visualization, using our skills, we can create a conscious reality for ourselves. That's called Jiva Srishti. So that lady has created an unconscious reality of fear. So come out of that. Live consciously. Create a conscious reality for yourself, which will energize you, which will give inspiration and energy to all the people around you, rather than creating a disaster or depression situation from any situation. Life by itself is neutral. Life is neither positive, negative. So somebody goes on the rain. Somebody goes out in the morning. What a bad day, he says. Because it's cloudy. They cannot be bad. Cloud is the nature. So why day can be bad? By saying a bad day, he has spoiled his mind. He has created a depressing situation for himself. So come out of this. You have the ability to create. Create a beautiful life for yourself and for all the people. Live in the present moment, day in and day out. Learn to live consciously. Unconsciously, stop living. Conscious living is the prescription. As you live consciously, you will become more and more aware. Then, for any external situation, do not create a negative image for yourself. Create any situation neutral. Ishvara Srishti is neutral. The entire creation is neutral. People who come across are neutral in that sense. So, create a positive outcome in your mind and live that positive outcome. Situation in life is never bad. Somebody is hit with an arrow, okay, when he goes in the forest. Now what should he do? Oh, who hit the arrow? What is my enmity? Why should he hit the arrow? Why did I get hit now? Should I think that? Or find a doctor and get arrow removed. So instead of doing what is the right thing at a given point of time, we constantly worry about the past and future. That's our suffering. Live in the present moment all the time. And the present moment is dynamic. Present moment is never static. What was there today, tomorrow it will be different. Day after tomorrow it will be different. So, but day after tomorrow's problems, we are taking yesterday's solution and trying to solve it. It's impossible. So, I have fear of past hurt. And situations repeat themselves. It's completely false. The world is constantly changing. No two moments are same. No two events are same. What is same is your memory recording of past recording hurt. So that's stagnating. And that stagnating memory record you are superimposing on the present moment, which is ever new. No two situations are same. No two moments are same. One Zen master was put in prison for 25 years for no fault of his. And in the prison, he has given roti and dal every day. Somebody asks him, are you not bored of eating roti and dal for 25 years? Zen master says, what is the problem? Same roti, same dal. The people say, Zen master says, I eat roti consciously, dal consciously. And I observe, every day is different. Every day is new roti, new dal. Actually, our mind is stagnating. That stagnating mind is putting conditions on the reality and we repeat. That repetition is called karma. Past coming to the present moment and present going to the future is called karma. So, the present moment is never stagnant. It's always fresh. It's always new. So, are you able to look at the fresh eyes, new eyes, or stale eyes of the past memory? Is the choice is yours. The spiritual journey is to come out of the past. Is the answer clear? In this example I gave, roti and dal is also not same. The roti size is different every day. Roti color is different. Dal shape is different. Everything is different. But our mind says same roti which I have seen yesterday. Okay, which is actually the roti which is given to Janmashtami is different every day. Similarly, life and you same person you come across tomorrow, situation is very different. So we don't see that freshness. So you have to look at yourself from the eyes of the child. Child looks everything as a fresh eyes. Okay, when child enters into room, suddenly it notices this was not there yesterday. But we enter into the same room and we don't notice anything because our memory is covering our experience of life. In fact, entire spiritual journey, the memory is what you have to clean up or correct or interpret in such a way that we live in the present moment. That's called Chitta Shuddhi. How many times can you take a dip in a river? You can never take a dip in river because the river is flowing all the ways. The flow of river is called water. Water flowing is called river. There is no object called river. Continuously flowing water is called river. Suppose you want to take a dip in the river. By the time you take a dip, your body has changed. Moment to moment, everything has changed. So you will never be able to take a dip in water river even once because continuously changing. So your question is, I understand everything is changing, but my mind is stagnant with the old memories. How do you overcome that? The simple. Understand, your mind is not your mind. Your mind. You are identifying the mind. Mind is not yours. Mind is an object appearing in your screen. It's like a movie appearing on screen. I typically give an example of a movie. A hero and heroine are dancing on the screen. They have a romance and there's a breakup. The moment breakup is there, we start crying because we identify with the hero or heroine on the screen. So mind is not you. Mind is a movie which is giving your project. There's a projection is going on. If you stop identifying the movie, identify with yourself, you'll become free. So the question is, universe is a projection of Ishvara, universal consciousness. I can't do anything about it. It's moment to moment changing. How do I heal the mind? Do I remove all the impressions? Or how do I come out of the mind? The answer is very simple. Atmanu mokshartam jagaditaya. Self-realization, selfless service. Continuously, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa you have to do to recognize your true self. And service you have to do, the mind will become clearer and clearer. You don't have to remove all the impressions. The impressions are of two types, Bandha Vasana and Bhoga Vasana. Impressions which cause bondage, impressions which are for enjoyable. Bhoga Vasana. Bandha Vasana you have to get it off through Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa and Seva. That's all as simple as that. Nothing complex about it. Anytime the vasanas become thin, you will recognize your own true self very easily. Out of this, Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa is Vedantic meditation is important. So,
like rabbits are.
So, then there is a grace. Surrender to Guru, surrender to God, Ishvara. The moment you really surrender, life will be transformed. The challenge is for us to surrender. We don't want to let go our ego. A real surrender, true surrender brings a deep transformation in no time. In deep surrender, there is a grace flowing. Abundance of grace flows in the deep surrender. We have to learn the art of surrendering. Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa, Atmanu mokshartam, Jagaditaya service, and total surrender to the will of Ishvara, to will of Divine Master, Sadguru. So, grace is important, grace is required, grace is always there. Every point of time, grace is there. Your brain is functioning, your heart is functioning, you are coming to a Guru, all these are grace only. Guru's grace is like an ocean. It does not differentiate. Guru does not say this is close to, he is close to me, she is close to me, nothing. Grace is given in abundance. When you go to an ocean, how much water you take depends on the size of the bucket. A spoon, a cup or a bucket. You have to increase your vessel size, capacity. That increasing your vessel size or capacity is called Shravana, Manana, Nidhyasa, Seva. Atmanu mokshatam jagaditaya is the ability to receive the grace. But grace itself is always there, flowing. Are you able to receive it? The grace is already there, Lata. With the grace only you have come to a realized master. Grace only you are listening to teachings. Are you doing your part of the work? Okay, there's a grace is two types. Grace of the master and grace of the disciple. Grace of the disciple is following the words of the master, literally implementing in its life. Are you doing it? So grace is important. Grace of the master flows in the form of teaching. Grace of the master flows in the form of techniques. And your grace is required, which is jiva. You have to apply what is taught by master faithfully and see the transformation. Grace is required. Master's grace is always present. Is your grace present all the time? Are you working sincerely what master has told? So that's your grace. The master of grace is always there. Master has given all the teaching. Master is always abundant teaching. Master does not hold the teaching from anybody. There's no partiality in the master. Master is like a ocean. Master is like a space, sky, accommodating everybody. The master does not show partiality to anybody. The disciple, it's a choice of disciple to follow the master. Your question is why some disciples follow, consistently, some disciples don't follow consistently. So the answer is, you are overpowered by the external world. So for example, if you have to go to the office, you will never miss time because you will lose your job, right? Or when you have to service a client, you will do it because otherwise you will get a firing. Master is very compassionate. Okay? Even if you do 10,000 mistakes, Master will not be firing you. If out of compassion for the Master, Master is so compassionate, he doesn't convert your master-disciple relationship into office work, a corporate work. He is so compassionate and so loving. Actually, in reality, you are not understanding the value of that compassion. You are missing that. You want everything to be dictated by force like office work. The master is not a dictator. He gently gives something to you and allows it to flower. There's a difference in the work of a master and corporate work. So work of a master is blossoming a flower. You cannot force the flower to blossom. You have to give light and patiently wait. The master is like light. He gives light and patiently waits the flower to bloom. If he forces the flower to open, the first flower will die. So the master doesn't force anything. Whereas the world forces you. And you are more prone to the world, forcing of the world compared to love and compassion. You have to learn bloom with love and compassion, which is much bigger force in the universe. If you are a wife, okay, and if you don't perform your duty prescribed by the husband or family, you will no longer be wife. Some divorce will happen. If you are an employee, you don't do the duty, you will be thrown out. But if you are a disciple, master will never throw you out. He is so compassionate. And even if you abuse master, you do ninda of master, you do aparadha for the master, master is all compassionate. He forgives and takes care. Whereas, if you do hurt somebody, they will never see your face. Master is hurt-proof, he is bullet-proof. He will accept everything equanimously and he has only love and compassion. You have to learn how to work, bring discipline in your life under love and compassion rather than threat and pressure of a corporate life. So that's your challenge. Actually, love and compassion, you have to do more sincere work. Whereas you don't do sincere work, you do sincere work for a corporate, for some few thousand rupees. Love of a master is millions of rupees, or it's invaluable. So are you giving value to that? That question you have to ask. Compassion of the master is infinite. It's very difficult to find in the universe. Are you giving value to that? Or are you giving value to some trivial things? Husband you take care, children you take care, so sincerely, office you take care, but are you taking care of the work given by master? The teaching given by master so sincerely? That's where your grace is required. Basically, in the world, okay, any action or any work you do is under threat. The society will punish you, society will kick you, or give some rewards also, some carrot stick policies in the world. Okay, reward means promotion, threat means throwing out of the job. Like that, kick and reward, carrot and stick is there in the world. But in the master's work, there's no carrot and stick at all. The master is only love and compassion. And master doesn't expect anything from you. He gives for your evolution. For you, how to blossom under the light of love and compassion is your choice. Do you want to work constantly under threat all the time? Or you work under constant love and compassion? Or is your choice. That's your grace. We always choose to work under pressure condition. That's everything in a decision. We make a decision based on rewards. For example, I had to leave my job, corporate life at 54. Corporate life was very rewarding, but I love the spiritual teaching, sharing. So I had to leave my job. I left my job for spiritual teaching. Ultimately, you have to choose love and compassion for spiritual evolution rather than threat. Master will never threaten you. The world threatens you. So that's why what is given by master, you don't follow strictly. But what is given by the world, you follow literally out of fear. What is taught by master, you have to follow strictly out of love. Are we clear?